Hello, my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for the full moon in Aries to the new moon next in Libra, October 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi. Yeah, I know these are coming out a little late. I'm doing these on the 3rd. What was today? The 2nd to the 3rd. Today is the 3rd, right? A lot going on. A lot going on. I couldn't read yesterday. I was like trying to hear somebody talk in a typhoon. It was a little bit of an empathic shitstorm is what I'm saying yesterday. So it took some time to heal, to deal, to clear my own field and help heal the planet and all of that. So I thank you for your patience. These last three will get them out. I'm rested. I'm caffeinated. I've prayed. I've meditated. I've done the Wim Hof. I've even done yoga this morning. Took a shower. But please forgive me if you can't see my eyelashes. I just couldn't put on the makeup today. So you're getting a semi-more butch version of me. Live it up. So let's get down to it. My subscribers, thank you so much for following along, and I'm sure that made a lot of you laugh, because I know you love me exactly as I am, and you don't have to put on all that stuff. Oh, yes, I do. I am a Virgo with a Leo rising, if you couldn't tell. So thank you so much for your love, support, your subscriptions. Like I've been saying, I'm trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. Now look at how many I got. As a journey, I will get there, right? But I want to get that membership thing so that I can keep all the extended readings here instead of having to upload them to Vimeo.com. So if you're new to my channel and want to help out, and if you like my work, please do. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, help me get my work out there so that, you know, if people need me, I mean, I really believe that Source will guide people to who they are needed, you know, need to work with the information that they need, but maybe not the information that they want, but the information that they need. So I'm just like a lawn sprinkler putting my work out there, apparently. So if you want to help it reach the eyes and ears and chakras of your choice of others out there, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As for this reading, we are looking at a specific time frame, right, from this full moon in Aries on October 1st, 2 days ago from when I'm doing this, to the new moon in Libra. Now, that is on the 16th. It's a Friday. A new moon in Libra on Friday screams love magic and justice magic and all that kind of stuff. So for the twin flames and the soulmates and all that jazz, right? Soul contracts. It's sort of like a great day for that. So this waning moon might be helpful for you to let go of whatever needs to be let go, right? Wane, release, transform, alchemize, heal, if you like, to be ready for that, to plant a new seed that may change all the relationships, or at least hopefully heal all the relationships in your life, your relationship with yourself and your shadow self included. So that's why we're doing this. It is a 7-card draw, 7 cards, 1 card from 7 different decks that I work with. We've got 3 healing systems, 2 tarot decks, and 2 oracle decks, just to give you clues, tips, and hints about what you need this new moon. Full moon to new moon next. It's a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Your other signs are going to get different pieces of information, but sometimes about the same thing, right? Your sun and your moon, your Venus, your rising, right? Different planetary aspects, sometimes of looking at the same things, sometimes looking at completely different aspects of a 2-week period. So let's get up in this gig. I think that's everything. Just focus on your breath. Be here now. I'll do the same, and I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can for you moving forward through this very tricky frickin' time. And if you're an empath, oh my God, empathic shitstorm or what? Breathe. All the decks that I read are in the description box all the way at the bottom, as well as there are some helpful video links and other stuff to look at on your way down there. So please, let's tune to the highest and best we can here. What is the highest potential? What do these guys need? Capricorn, to manifest their highest potential. 10th house, highest potential. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. It's so good to be doing this right now. Please, I need 1 card in clarity for my Capricorn brother and sister, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signed. This full moon in Aries now passed to the new moon next in Libra, October 2020. What is this? The dominant soul power, the archetype they are dealing with in themselves, in another, or in a situation, maybe all of those things, any combination. This full moon to new moon next that they need to alchemize from shadow to light, lead to gold, toxic to healthy. We've got the mother archetype. Now that's wonderful for the Mother Earth aspect of Capricorn. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Now the mother archetype is, you want to go, well, it depends on the mother, right? Like I have a great mother. I love my mom. I'm going to call her later. But the shadow attribute, Christina, bring me the axe, all right? You with me, dearest? The shadow attribute, smothering or abandoning children. So there's the spectrum, right? Smothering them or abandoning them. Instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Now that was just never an issue with my mom. She's like, one of my favorite memories of her, she's a teacher. I remember, I don't know, I must have been like a tween. I was like, Mom, can you make me a sandwich? She looked at me and said, poof, you're a sandwich, make it yourself. And it's like, and that's why I'm an autodidact. That's why I'm self-taught, right? Bless her heart, she taught me everything I really, truly needed to know about being a human being. I love her. And that's the shadow side of it. But the light, right? Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, and joy in giving birth to life. So you do not need to be a literal mother. It doesn't even matter what your gender is. I have the mother archetype lifelong. Who do you think the majority of my clients are? If you're a mother, I incarnated for you all. I've said to plenty of people in this lifetime, I didn't incarnate for you, and now I would add to that, I incarnated for all of us as one. Yes, which work. I think that called for a thwarp, didn't you? All right, a maple thwarp. So we're dealing with the mother archetype now, whether that's in you, in another, in a situation, something to keep an eye on. Because for some of you as Capricorns, you're doing the slow and steady wins the race process of giving birth to something. Conception, gestation, labor, birth. Whether it's literal in terms of a baby or symbolic in terms of conceiving an idea, a new business, a new recipe, whatever it is, but something that is engendering new life, right? So you're conceiving, you're allowing. If you think about it, it's the chakra system. From the 8th chakra to the crown chakra comes the inspiration, then comes the information that you chew on, and then you choose it, you swallow it, it hits that heart chakra, and then it's just those last 3, which is the last 9 yards, right? Do I have the personal power? Do I have the 2nd chakra energy, right? The creativity, the connection to this, the money, right? The finances, and the time, in order for it to hit that root chakra and manifest into physical form. It's the same language, the language of creativity and the language of pregnancy, the same language. So that's the first of our 3 healing system. Let's get you our second one. The third one will come after the tarot cards are down. It's just how they wanted me to lay them out this time. We're going to the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck here, the voices of the Ascended Masters, and I'm already hearing them say, it's like, yeah, nurturing and mothering yourself is great, big, huge right now for you Capricorns, particularly if you're mothering everybody else on planet Earth, including planet Earth, right? If you're like really proactive, taking the slow and steady wins the race, right? The one step by hoof step up the mountain, right? So let's do this, my Ascended Masters. Please, one card in clarity. You guys were hysterical. One card. I just posted this thing that they told me to make me laugh. I had a little bit of a rough morning. Like I said, empathic shitstorm. So I was doing my prayer and my meditation outside, like I do every morning, particularly if I'm going to be doing readings. I try and, get myself together. And they said, there is an Ascended Master drag queen. There's actually more than one, but the first one's name is Anahata. And I just busted out laughing. I was like, you guys are so twisted. They're like, you want to meet her? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So Anahata is the Sanskrit name for the heart chakra. Isn't that killer? It's like, as twisted as my sense of humor is, I know that wasn't me, right? So let's ask them. It seems like they're in a good mood today. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, hell, lady Anahata, I'm guessing, yeah. The Ascended Master of Lace Fronts. You guys are killing me today. See, Capricorn, life can be fun in the higher realms. Please, my Ascended Masters, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra. Please, I need one card in clarity for them. What is the perfect healing mantra for my Capricorn Earth sign brother and sister, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign this full moon to new moon next October 2020? Integrating the ego. This is a great one. Not everything, everything is for me, not against me. You can't see that. It's my lighting and it's a pastel card. Integrating the ego. That's what this whole journey is about. They were talking to me about this morning. They said the soul has things they need from the ego and they're willing to wait, because as the ego unravels, which is what we're going through, it's part of what Dark Night of the Soul is collectively, and in the healing process as well, that there are aspects of the ego that the soul absorbs, integrates, heals, loves. That's why loving yourself, mothering yourself, that child of your heart is so key, because a child in your heart might very well feel like, this is all happening to me. Why is this happening to me? As a child will. And what we do is we tend to push that stuff down. It's like, oh no, the world's going through this. And so there's this betrayal of what we're feeling. This is an opportunity to love ourselves like never before, simply by starting with, like sprinkling seeds. Everything is for me, not against me. Now, I will say, that's like Course in Miracles 101. They say this world is not real, it is a dream. And everything within it is happening for you, not to you. And then you look at the world and you go, I fucked up. And that's how the ego sees it. So the soul comes in, right? The mother archetype, if you like, the soul power of the mother, comes in and says, I know, honey, it's so hard, but I love you. I love you, and I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never abandon you. I love you no matter what happens, even if it's just hell and ready, blessed be. It's you and me against the world. Well, but you and me, all together, we are all one, right? So everything is happening for us, not to us. So integrating the ego, everything is for me, not against me. When your ego is integrated, there are no problems to fix or questions to answer. Well, that's handy. There are just aligned responses of the soul's reality, acknowledging life as fertile ground where greater expansion is revealed. And that's the thing. Expansion, yes, we think of that as a joyful thing, but a lot of expansion has been inspired by contraction. In other words, limited availability of things, right? Has not expanded cuisine, right? Like, think New Orleans, the most delicious food on planet Earth, and they were like scraping it out of the bayou, you know what I mean? Like pulling it out of swamps and making cuisine with it, right? So, of course, we've had hardships and limitations, but it's happening for us, not to us. Now, put that on a planetary level, and then look at planetary ascension and the evolution of human consciousness and anchoring spiritual truth. We're in the crucible, right? This is happening for us, not to us. As you integrate your ego, every moment can be seen to be conspiring for your highest evolution instead of plotting against you. And right there, that's the courage to change the things we can't. That ain't easy. That's not a once and done. This is happening for me. Thank you for this gift. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'm from New York. I'm allowed to do that. That's our state salute. You sort of got that? It's like, okay, I can acknowledge that there is a gift here. I just have no idea what it is. And you're allowed to have that edge. That's the ego, the child, and aspects of our personality, too, that I just think are lovable and fun. Little curmudgeonies that we are. This mantra is ideal for overcoming victimhood, bingo, being more grateful, right? Thank you for this gift, and becoming more forgiving. I mean, there you go. There you go. Like, you don't need more of the reading, but I'm going to get you more of the reading, but there it really is, right? Whatever mother issues are going on, and remember, it may not be literal birth mother, and remember, your mother wasn't your mother in every lifetime. Oh, that helps so much. Like, my father wasn't my father. I'll never forget, I was 19 years old, I was doing past life regression on my own, living in Boston, with a book, because I'm an autodidact, right? And they showed me, my father in this life, who had crossed over at that time, was no longer in physical form. And they showed me other lives. I was like, and they said, your father's not your father in every life. And it was like, oh, oh, psychic weight dropped away, right? Integrating the ego, and even all of that and that side of fries, it was all happening. It was happening for me, not against me. Yeah. All right, now let's do a little tarot, shall we? We're going to take the Daughters of the Moon Tarot to see what you need on the inside, right? So this is the archetype you need to alchemize from lead to gold, yourself or another larger situation. Could even be about the Mother Goddess if you're going there, because there's Maiden, Mother Crone, right? Integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me, and that's about as all-inclusive as you get everything. So what do you need to be aware of inside of yourself? The yin, the divine feminine aspect. We'll get Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the divine masculine, the yang, which you need to be aware of outside of yourself. We'll do the mythic tarot. Let's do this. Breathe. Because I absolutely adore and am in love with my goddesses of Capricorn, particularly my beloved Persephone, now no longer maiden of spring, no longer lady of summer, now queen of the underworld, with your husband Hades canoodling up in the throne room and elsewhere around the palace. Please, my beloved goddesses, I need one card in clarity. Oh, there you are, for this Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra. What do they need to be aware of, my beloved goddesses, inside of them? What's going on in their inside world that they may or may not be aware of this full moon to new moon next? The Taurus card. Now, Taurus here, just have to say, whoa, oh, okay. Look at these two images together. I don't know, let me get up closer here. Can you see the mother archetype, the direction of her hair, the direction she is looking in? Now, look, can you see that? That I would call a symbolic synchronicity. So what are we looking at with Taurus here? This is something inside of you. So of course, if you have, a Taurus moon, or check Taurus, right? What did Taurus have here? Love endures. Well, it's Taurus for you. That was the title of that one. So tuning to this is about second house stuff. You're getting in touch with your deeper values, life values. And you can say all the things associated with the second house in Taurus, you can apply to that. Those definitions, when it comes to the houses, not so much the signs, I got that from Carolyn May, Sacred Contracts. Brilliant work, life changer for me. So really looking at second house life values, what are your core values? Like fixed earth, like bedrock, if you really want to go there, fertile earth. What is it that is most valuable to you? So this might be a time of introspection. And because it's the corn mother, the great corn mother, right? The feeder, very Demeter to me, which is interesting considering Persephone is in my energy field right now. So we're looking at something fertile and perhaps unconditionally loving. This really does speak of the earth mother within you. The Earth Mother archetype, right? I remember there's Demeter and Gaia, different aspects, right? Demeter is the topsoil, and I'm feeling that, like the feeding. That's, I think, what Demeter means, if I remember the original translations of the Greek, because I had to go through, it's like a historical game of telephone, how the different places say it in different ways. But she who feeds, right? The feeder, the topsoil, the fertile soil, that really gives all life, very much the mother archetype here. So to get in touch with that mother inside of yourself, right? Mother yourself, perhaps, which seems to be on the docket, to give yourself the love that only you can give you. As much as we want love from other people, which maybe they give, maybe they don't, there is a love that we may not be giving to ourselves that only we can give to ourselves. And I think part of that, everything is for me, not against me, that might be like what the plan is pushing you towards here. But let's look in the outside with the gods. Breathe. Hello. Hello, my gods, Kronos in particular. How are you? Please, one card in clarity, if you will, from your place of the divine masculine vibration, divine masculine divinity. What's going on? What does this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign need to be aware of? This full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra, October 2020. Well, 2 court cards. Now this might be someone outside of you, I'm getting. This is the Queen of Wands. For me, the Leo card, I mean, come on, there's a lion on it. And what I love about Juliet Sharman Burke is she's very unambiguous about her court cards. That's how I learned the zodiacal system within the court cards. Not that, like, this to me is not Aries, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it's Leo, right? Very specific, fixed fire. So we are looking at creativity and good fortune, fifth house stuff, pleasure, right? Like pleasure, good fortune. You look up that fifth house stuff associated with a Leo. We're looking here at a lot of creativity on the outside and perhaps a lot of productivity, but, you know, slow and steady wins the race. There may be a gestation process. I'm not getting that you're necessarily literally pregnant. You may be symbolically pregnant here, and if you are literally pregnant, then this makes a lot of sense, that everything that you are going through is happening for you to manifest the highest and best reality possible. But when the vibe that I'm getting on this too is for a lot of you, this is another person. Now, they may or may not have Leo in them. This could be that sort of passionate, inspiring, but also they're giving me the word glamorous and dazzling. Well, it's just dazzling, darling. Be careful of being dazzled by people. It happens. I'm a Pisces moon. If they've got any enchantment on them, I will feel it and sometimes fall for it. But that thing that there is something creative and inspiring and beautiful and passionate in terms of perhaps a creative artistic passion here, but we'll see what other cards come up here, but I'm not feeling anything necessarily sexual or romantic here, particularly with that mother archetype, so much as this might very well be about mothering yourself on the inside and then expressing that, right? Leo is definitely an expressive sign of the zodiac in terms of putting your creativity into form or perhaps being inspired by someone else's work, art, creativity. We'll see what comes next. Now we'll do our third healing system, half of the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, and I really only pull this one out for certain readings, meaning separating half the deck. The other three suits of healing, luck, and grace are back on the shelf there, because we want to see what is the problem that you want to be looking at, that you need to be aware of this full moon to new moon next, so that you can wane it, right? That's working with the tide of the moon. Nice deep breath, please. Tapping back into the Ascended Masters. Please, my Ascended Masters. One card in clarity. What is the problem that this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign need be aware of this full moon to new moon? This full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra. Ground yourself, Mark. October 2020, considering we're dealing with the mother archetype, that everything is for her, him, not against them. With the great corn mother, literally the word mother repeated 3 times, actually. The mother of pentacles, the corn mother, and the mother. The word 3 times on the table. What's the problem going on here that they need to be aware of this full moon to new moon next October 2020? Withdrawal. Now, this isn't about me time. This isn't about self-care withdrawal. This is about literally pulling away from people as a sense of feeling rejected, of a sense it can be emotional hostage taking, right? Where you just sort of like pull back. It's like, I'm going to withdraw, almost like, I'm not going to go so far as to say like the neglectful mother, right? The mother that starves her children. But perhaps withdrawing, see, if this was withdrawing from toxic situations and people, it wouldn't be a problem card, right? It would be in so many other ways that this could express itself, but maybe that's why you're getting in touch with your core values. Like, to me, honesty, oh my God. Honesty is a core value, and I really try and balance honesty with compassion, the Dalai Lama, right? Honesty with truth without compassion is brutality, right? So, because I've been lied to and betrayed, and I think we all have, particularly these past couple of years as a collective, right? But the ninth circle of hell is the frozen lake. Dante, hashtag Dante, Dante's Inferno, and people frozen up to their necks in this lake because it's the liars, the deceivers, the betrayal essentially is the worst sin, the last level of hell. So, I get that when we need to kind of pull back from that stuff, right? When we're feeling betrayed. But that's why honesty, for example, is so important to me, right? So everything that has happened to you, I know this is hard to hear, but everything that's happened to you is happening for you. not to you, right? So the language itself is so interesting to play with that and the emotional reaction of the child of the heart. So if this is really, if you can turn this into a withdrawal of, I'm taking some time to myself, like I need to rest, right? I need to deal with me. I'm pulling back. That's the Hermit card. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a Virgo. I'm telling you, nothing wrong with that. That's how I live my life. But in terms of withdrawing, and at the top, you see at the top of the hill, there are these people going, come on, we love you. And they're like, nah, I don't want to. Right? With an agenda, though, it feels like. Now, maybe that's somebody who's withdrawn from you, right? That doesn't necessarily have to be you. But that thing, everything is for me, not against me. If someone has withdrawn that way, this is happening for you. Everything is, apparently. So let's get our last two cards on the table here, one at a time. We are going to work with the Whispers of Love Oracle from your higher self, right? The voices of the higher selves here, fifth dimensional and above. Breathe. Higher selves of all involved, please, for all of my Capricorns, what is it they need, right? What is it that they need? The whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, or insight from the higher selves of all involved for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra, October 2020. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. And all right, so there's the card, so that you get the image of it, right? Subconscious imprinting of the image. But that does make sense with this Taurus Corn Mother on the inside and the Queen of Wands on the outside. That it's very much like what you need to do right now is to get in touch with that love. And if this card really is saying you need to pull back from people to do that, although to me that's like Eight of Cups, but then we wouldn't have really gotten this really not just a court card inside yourself, but an archetypal zodiacal dynamic of kind of saying you need to get in touch with what's really important to you. And is love the most important thing to you? What kind of love, though? Healing love or stuff you learned from your mom, right? Good or bad, right? The light or dark, shadow or light. So to be willing to express your love. Willing is third chakra. So there is something absolutely expressive, creative, third house, third chakra going on here as well. Be willing to express your love. That's what you need to do. Just telling you straight out. At least be willing, right? If you can't do it today, can't do it tomorrow. If you're still in some kind of snit, which is sort of, we could call this the snit card. I'm in a snit. But if it is the healthier part of that, pulling back, taking time for yourself to do your own healing work, going within, finding that love and then expressing it, at least be willing, even if you are in process over the 2-week waning period. All right, now last card down. Now a warning. What? Name the movie. Now a warning. Oh, Isabella Rossellini, we love you so much. Please breathe. As I tune to the angels and the archangels, to get your last card down, and then I will pop up the picture of the whole thing. What we're asking here, my angels, is what does this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign need? What is the angel, the Healing with the Angel Oracle card would tell us what healing angel they need to work with, call upon, invoke, pray to, pray with, sit in the presence of this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra, October 2020, and it is intention. The angel of intention. Now look, a lot has been said about that word intention over the past, I don't know, 20 years. My God, when did The Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer come out? And by the way, that was from an expression of his experience of Abraham Hicks, and before that, intentional work was studied by PhDs all over the world. My God, intention in terms of quantum physics, in terms of psychology, in terms of on and on and on. It's the element of fire, earth, air, water, spirit. What do you want and why do you want it, right? What would the angel of intention do except help you get closer to the clarity of what it is that you want and really truly why that you want it? And they're giving me an example here, and since I don't have someone sitting across the table, you can take this personally if you like, but I don't know who you are. Even if I know you, I don't know if you're watching this. somebody who wants very much a certain experience of love, but doesn't see in the shadow. They are unaware, it's behind them, it's in the unconscious, that why they want that love is because they didn't get enough love from their mother or the love that they wanted, right? That's just an example. I'm not saying that's true for everybody, but if that kicked you in the gut, that's resonant, right? If everybody wants resonance, oh, does it resonate? Is it what I want, right? Resonation means it hits you. It makes you go on some level across the emotional scale, right? So to clarify your intention, what is it that I really want? Now, I will say, in terms of creativity, that's part of it. Two different musicians, both download genius music, right? They both want, what do I want? They both want to put the music out there. Why? One wants it to get rich and famous because they never got enough love in childhood, and that's showbiz, kid. And the other one wants to do it because, well, because this is in me, and it's good, and I love it, and it's fun, and I want to share this to the world. Now, that doesn't mean they can't make money. I know it seems like they won't, right? Like who's making the money? That one's making the money. But that's why getting to the core value here with this Taurus card, it seems not just the central card in the spread visually here, which I'll pop up in a second, but it seems to be really the heart of the matter here. So let's do that. Let's pop up the picture. Magic clap. We've got the mother archetype in the shadow. Smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Now, pull that back into the creative sense, right? Smothering or abandoning an idea, a project, right? The light attribute, nurturance, patience, there's a big word there, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. And with the mantra, everything is for me, not against me. Everything, that means every atom, particle, subatomic quark in the universe, every timeline of every lifetime, every dimension is here for you, not happening to you, right? So that's that could even reverse some martyrhood, right? Some martyrdom. The martyred mother archetype, which Lord knows every right to feel that way, but this might very well bring healing to it, because remember, we're looking at really two very strong feminine energies here that you need to be aware of inside of yourself. The Mother of Pentacles. Now again, divine yin position, but Earth Mother, right? The Mother of Pentacles, the Great Corn Mother, with the Mother archetype, your first card down. We're looking at something being nurtured inside of you, a dominant mother vibration going on here for you, but this could be a quantum entanglement with your own mother, being a mother, and if you are a male watching this, then really, that's important to find the mother within yourself that may well want to reach out and snuggle and cuddle, like get a kitten. Like my mom just got a kitten. Oh my God, I can't wait to meet my new little brother, Jojo. Little Himalayan. I want to nibble his non-existent nose off. Well, and there we go. The Queen of Wands on the outside, right? That's a really good way. That's an instant transition right there. What is the expression going to be? What is your attention putting out there? Though you may be going through a withdrawal. Now remember, there's also the withdrawal from an addiction healing, right? There's a withdrawal. Like if I stopped drinking coffee, nobody would see me for a week while I went through caffeine. What is that? A combination of caffeine and nicotine? Caffeine withdrawals, right? Oh, it'd be a nightmare. It'd be like The Exorcist, except not pea soup, brown soup, right? Just every orifice detoxing. So if that's the case, absolutely be willing to express love to yourself, mother yourself. But if this really is just withdrawal, just getting the hell away from people, then artists do that, right? Creative types do that. You may not think of yourself as an artist, but there is an engendering of life here, a joy of giving birth to life in some way, shape, or form. And if this is literal pregnancy, I get you might just want to stay the hell away from everybody because of what's going on planet Earth. Done, right? That's the simplest, easiest way of saying that, but be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. And that is the principle here that I'm looking at with Divine Feminine Earth, Taurus, right? Be willing to express love. We begin to receive more love when we give and express that love with that Queen of Wands. So keep in mind, Taurus and Leo are both fixed signs, but they are a square, a 90-degree angle to each other. So there may be a little bit of conflict in there. And certainly if you have any planets in Leo, as do I'm Leo rising, I would go have a look at that reading. because this is all about the angel of intention coming in and saying, look, well, not just what is it you want, why do you want it? Holding 2 candles in her hand, right? This is the candle, this is the truth, the light of what you want, and here is the truth, the light of why you want it. Now, what is that truth for you? Getting clear, and I really feel like if you can get that everything that has happened to me isn't happening to me, everything is happening for me, whether I like it or not, whether I see it or not, there is an opportunity here for me to alchemize and heal and let go of something that, again, in preparation for the new moon in Libra on a Friday, I can begin expressing my love to myself, to that child of my heart, maybe my wounded innocence, any part of me that's been betrayed or is terrified. And in that expression of love, that will externalize into the outside world and maybe plant a seed of love for me that can wax over the following 2-week period from new moon to full moon. And by the way, that new moon to full moon, that full moon will be the blue moon on Halloween. Yeah, so it might be very interesting what you actually, the seeds you plant metaphorically on that new moon Friday on the 16th in Libra. That's a big deal. Bringing yourself into balance at least, right? So there you have it, my Taurus collective sun, Taurus, because she's on the table, my Capricorn collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. May you be blessed with all that you need to heal, to grow, to learn, to become the best that you can be, to alchemize this mother archetype, whether it's you, someone else, or a situation, or all of that, integrating the ego, that you get that everything is for you, not against you, that you get in touch with these feminine energies, inner and outer, that Taurus and Leo vibe in your life, even from a place of withdrawal, being willing to express love with intention, in clarity, in truth of what you want and why you want it for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. A long blessing, but it crossed every T and dotted every I, as your Virgo brothers and sisters will always do for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and help me get on my journey step by step. Help me manifest my highest potential as well, because we are all in this together, unity consciousness and all. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon next. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.